afternoon everybody, and welcome to Crafty Clegs. My name is Jeanette, and today I'm coming to you from the northwest of England, where I live with my husband Timothy and our little dog Zach. Today is Thursday the 4th of May. I've written it down so I wouldn't forget. Yeah, Thursday the 4th of May 2023. I would like to welcome my new subscribers and welcome back to my existing subscribers. Thank you very much. Everyone's always welcome at my channel. My channel is about knitting, crocheting and sewing. Mainly, I love to make toys. I am a big toy maker, whether it be knitting them, crocheting them or sewing them. I do prefer to crochet amigurumi, I'm not going to lie, and I do love making felt toys. I do on the odd occasion try to make other things, but always seem to go back to my toy making. What can I tell you about what we've been up to? Right, so I've written that down as well. We've been out to lunch, Tim and I. We went out, what day was it? Was it Monday we went out for lunch? Yeah, I think it, was it Monday? I can't remember. The days just all blend into one. So since I've last saw you, Tim and I have been out for lunch. I was feeling a bit bleh last week, and so Tim said to me, do you want to go out for a ride? Shall we get in the car? The weather wasn't too bad. Shall we just go and have a ride? So we got in the car, didn't know where we was going to go, and we ended up in Kendal. So that was really nice. We had a really nice look around Kendal. I went to Cool Crafting to purchase a couple of bits, which I will show you in a little while. What else have I done? That's it really, apart from we've been out a couple of times to walk. The dog's had his hair cut. I booked an appointment to have my eyes tested. I want new glasses. And that's it. On Saturday, is it? Yes, it is. On Saturday in the UK, it is the King's coronation. So we will be going to our son and daughter-in-laws and just basically having a bit of a little party. When I say party, you know, the traditional British party food, no doubt, sausage rolls. She's going to make a cake and some scones, a Victoria sponge and some scones, and we're going to take some party food, sausage rolls and sausages on a stick and pineapple and cheese, that kind of thing. Really old, traditional party food. So yeah, that'll be nice. Unfortunately, we can't really stay for as long as we'd like to. We can only do about 4 hours out now with Zach, and I can hear what you're saying, why don't you take him with you, which we would love to, and they don't mind having him. But Catherine and Robert do have two huge dogs. They're called Utenagans, and they're very much like a wolf dog, and they're massive, and yeah, they just eat Zach. Zach is, yeah, he just can't go. That's the end of it. It would probably finish him off. So yeah, we'll probably spend about 4 hours there, which will be nice. And then on Sunday, we've decided to have a nice roast beef dinner or a chicken dinner or whatever. We can't decide yet, but we're going to have a nice roast dinner because the following Friday, I'm excited about this. The following Friday, I am travelling to Frome. My daughter Katie and my daughter-in-law Justina are going to a wedding in, I want to say Paris, it's not Paris, Italy. They're going to a wedding in Italy, and apparently weddings in Italy last 3 days. So they're having this 3-day wedding, and then they're going to do a little bit of touring while they're there. So they've asked me, would I go and look after Betsy? It's not look after the house, they're quite happy to leave the house, but Betsy's always best when she's looked after in her own home. So I'm going down to dog sit for 10 days. And whilst I'm there, I've decided I am going to vlog. I'm going to do, not May vlogs, because obviously I'm not doing them now, and I don't really want to get into doing a full month. But whilst I'm in Frome, I always have spare time. There's lots more nicer things for you to see, and I'm going to be taking lots of crafting with me. So I am going to do some vlogging in May if anybody's interested and wants to join me. Have I told you? I'm just reading my notes. Have I told you everything? New glasses, blah, blah, blah. Excuse me. Yeah, I have. I've told you everything. Can you just excuse me for 1 second and I will be back momentarily. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I just had a massive sneezing fit, which I'm sure you didn't want to hear. Where was we? So I've told you everything that I'm going to be doing. So now we'll get on with what I've been making. Today I'm drinking out of my Liberty of London cup. This is what my daughter bought me. I think it was either last year or the year before. I can't remember. For my birthday. And I love it. And I'm drinking lemon tea. And I also really like that too. What can we start with? I'll start with my finished items because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So first of all, we'll start with my caravan. My caravan is finished. I've got a couple of bits that I'd like to add to it, but the actual thing itself, the actual whole thing is finished. And here it is. I am so pleased with it. Isn't it lovely? Really bright. I just love it. So last time I showed you my caravan, I said if anybody had got any suggestions, please let me know, and if I can do it, I will put them on. So somebody suggested flowers, so I crocheted some flowers, just tiny flowers, and put them on. I don't know if you've seen my bunting. I'd done my bunting last time, so I've crocheted bunting, and that's all the way around the top. I have changed my button on the top because I didn't like the one that was there. Dawn from Dawn's Days, when I suggested anything that would be made for this, suggested a barbecue. Really, Dawn? Please tell me how I'm going to crochet a barbecue. But Tim is going to come to my rescue. He said, I will try and make you a barbecue. Well, a look-alike barbecue out of his jewellery wire. So we might have a barbecue, who knows. Anyway, watch this space. So this is the outside all finished. I've just put like sort of a little button there to, you know, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Enhance that should be a wheel. And the same here. I've put a button on for the door. I was going to put a door number on here, and I thought, you know what, I'm not doing that. I've left it plain on the back, and inside I probably will have to, I'll probably add some footage round about here because I don't think you'll be able to see it very well, but you might be able to. I don't know. So I've popped you on my cutting table. This is the exterior, and I shall open it up for you. I don't know how easy this is going to be. Oh no, it's not going to be easy. Oh dear, talk amongst yourselves, everybody. Oops. So, here we go inside. I don't know if you can see, I'll zoom in a little bit. Put a plate on the wall with a chicken on. How cute's that? That's the sink. Oh! We've lost, oh no, we haven't lost a pillar. Can you see it back there? There is, I don't know if you can go in far enough. There's a blue, a pink round one with a bit of red and white on it, and then a cream one. There is the mat to go in front of the sink. And then here we have the beds, the bunk beds, with the hand crocheted covers. Nice, isn't it? I'm really pleased with it. Anyway, there you go. So inside we have all finished. Somebody also suggested a kitchen mat, which I did. We've got cushions, we've got the sink with hot and cold running tap, and blankets, and a little plate on the top of the on the sink. I didn't want to put the shelf at the top. I thought it would have looked a little bit too busy. I don't know. Let me just take the sink out and show it to you. I'll do a little bit of filming so you can have a look round. But look, I've even done a hot and cold tap, and Tim made me a faucet, a tap, and there's the sink. Isn't it lovely? And because I do have a doll's house, I had a spare set of knives and forks in a draining board, which I thought would fit nicely on then. And my dollhouse is 1/12 scale, and unfortunately it's just a bit too big for on here. It looks, well, it just looks a bit odd. So yeah, I've not put it on. But yeah, that's the sink, and I'm really pleased with it. I mean, it's took me a while and it's been a bit fiddly, and I've put it down and picked it up. But yeah, really pleased with it. So yeah, I will do a little bit of footage so you can see a bit better. So yeah, that's all finished. I would like to make some things to go around it. You know, like I said, I'd like to make some trees, and I'd quite like to make a little tent. But I'll get it done. I'm going to still do the stress-free 23 kind of thing. Bear with me once again. My son's trying to ring me now. I'll be back in a second. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. We'll be able to get into it and not be interrupted, hopefully now. Where was me? So my caravan, yeah. So my caravan is finished. Like I say, I do want to make some trees to go behind it, maybe a couple of tents, and make like a little scene. I'm not rushing. I'm not stressing over it. I'm just really, really pleased that I've been able to make one of these, because like I said before, I've tried a couple of times and not been very successful. It is from, I've shown you this before, but I'll show it to you again just in case you're new around here. It is from the book Let's Go Camping by a lady called Kate Brunning, and she is in Australia. She's an Australian lady, and you can get this book. I think I got mine, I don't know if I got mine off Amazon or when I went to I did one of her workshops. I can't remember when I got it, but yeah. You can get them. They're very, very ready available. So that's my caravan that I'm really pleased with. And the next thing is, I don't know if you remember, I did the amigurumi book tag at the beginning of the year, and I'm really trying to make things out of the books that I have. I've already made one thing. What did I make out of the books? I can't remember now. Oh, what did I make? Oh, that's terrible. I cannot remember. But I know that I've made something. I don't know if I've gifted it. Anyway, I can't remember the first thing I've made. You'd have to go back on past podcasts to find out. But the next thing is going to be out of my Peek Pow book number 3. I got this. I think I got this earlier in the year. And the first thing that I've made is Humboldt penguin. Isn't he lovely? But I decided I wanted to try something different and try maybe a thicker yarn. In the book it does call for a worsted weight. I mean, you can use whatever weight you want. I've used 4-ply to make the Peek Pow creatures. I've used double knit. But I thought I quite fancy making a chunky one. So here is Humboldt the penguin. Isn't he lovely? I am really, really pleased with how he's turned out. He's got his cape on and his hat to keep warm. Little flippers under here. His little feet. Oh, I love him. So what can I tell you about this? Really nice make. Very, very easy to make. I did his head and maybe to about here in one night. Not difficult at all, just a little bit of changing colour, but that was not too difficult. And then I used, let me see what I've used. I used a variety of chunky wools. Oh no, I didn't use chunky, I apologise. I used Aran. I thought it was chunky. And that's strange. I honestly thought I'd used a chunky yarn, but now I'm looking at it, it's not chunky, it definitely is Aran. So I used a Stylecraft Special DK, and that's the gold, which his cape and his cap is made in. Oh, and his little nose. I also used the silver in the Stylecraft Aran DK, and that was his body. The paint box I used Now, I don't know, I think this was the blue, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't say a colour, it just says colour 240. But that's a Paint Box Simple Aran, which was this. And then this one that I used was, is that Anna's Choice? Oh, Vanna's Choice. This is one that I've had a long time, and that was the white. So what are we missing? The red. I think the red I borrowed a little bit out of something else. Anyway, I made him on a, I think it was 3.5mm hook. Like I say, he knitted up really quick. Fun make. A bit different, feels a bit different from my usual ones that I make, because I usually use like a cotton or the stone wash, which it does feel a little bit different, but it's still, well, I think it's still really cute. So yeah, I'm not so sure about the name. What did I say you were called? I'm just going to put him down. Can't remember what I said. Is it Humboldt? Yeah, Humboldt. Humboldt. Oh, Humboldt. I think the T must be a silent T. So yeah, whether I'll keep that name or not, or change it, I don't know. But the next one that I'd like to make out of here, I think I've already shown you, but I'll show you again because I do like repeating myself. It's something I seem to do a lot, is this one. And this is Greta Hen. I really fancy making Greta next. Don't know when, but I quite fancy that. And I also fancy the seagull. Isn't it lovely? Oh, I do love my toys. So that is my penguin. Lovely, isn't it? I'm going to have another sneezing fit. This has just not been a good day, has it, for just a continuous run? I'm not even turning you off. I'm just going to excuse myself for a minute. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Right, so yeah, that was a mixture of acrylic yarns, which it wasn't too bad, but I don't know as if I'd make a lot more with just acrylic yarns. The next thing, oh, I love this. Now, you will have seen in last video that I made, let me get him, King Charles. And I said to you that I'd really like to make Camilla to go with him. Well, I have. So we have King Charles and Queen Consort Camilla. Isn't that fab? I put King Charles down. So this is her bit of hair that's supposed to be like waving out. Let me put a flat and you can see her. With a very posh hat and a wavy dress. Isn't it lovely? I thought that was really nice. So yeah, I made Camilla to go with Charles. And those are going to go on my mantle for Saturday to celebrate the coronation, along with a couple of other things that I've got. I made her in Sheepy's Katona on a 2.25 crochet hook. I don't really know what else to say about her. Again, for me, because I make such a lot of toys, she was quite an easy make. I think I did her over 2, maybe 3 nights. You can take her hat off, and I will do, just to show you how these are constructed. There you are. She's as bald as anything on the back. She's got no facial features. She's just got a quiff of hair there. And you pop a hat on. See, her quiff's come undone now. What am I doing? Hold on. There you go. Sorry, Camilla. I will organise your hair better for you. Oh, look now. All of a sudden, she's gone from being a very nice, tidy Queen Consort to, actually, it looks a bit better like this. Hold on a second. What do you think? Oh, she just looks really untidy. Right, so I won't mess with her anymore. So that is Camilla, Queen Consort, that I've made to go with his, I was going to say his Royal Highness, His Majesty the Queen, King. Oh dear me. It's been a bit of an odd one, hasn't it? I keep messing up. So that is another finished object. The pattern is by www.amorfu-crochet, and she is on Instagram. And not Instagram. Yeah, she's on Instagram, but she does have a shop on Etsy. I did forget to say that anything I chat about today, I will leave in the description box below for you, if I can. I can't always find things, you see. It's not always possible. But if there is things that I can leave, I will leave for you. So that one. Oh no, that's all wrong. Oh, it's been no. So the one that I've just told you, completely ignore me. That is not Queen Camilla consort. So the one I've just showed you, I'm not sure who made that. I haven't got the pattern with me. I will leave it in the description box below. Oh, I'm sorry. What a shambles. But do you ever expect anything else from me? I mean, really, this is just how it is. I am no professional when it comes to podcasting, evidently. So this pattern that I'm showing you here is from Amorfu Crochet, and it is the King's Guard, which is what I'm going to show you next, which I've made to go with Camilla and Charles to look after them on Saturday. It's made with a 2.5mm hook and Sheepy's Katona. Very, very simple to make. I made this in a night. The hat took me a little bit longer because it's black and I really, really struggle with black. But yes, really, really quick make, fun make, and great to have on display for this time of the coronation so everybody can see that we're supporting. This little bit here, this is a gold. This is a Rikarumi gold, they call it, is it lame? And I've had this ball of wool. Let me just see if it can focus. I've had this ball of wool for goodness knows, I don't know how long. I think it's from about 3 years ago when I first started doing their crochet along at Christmas. So it's you know, I've been able to use it quite a lot. Yeah, he's got 2 safety eyes. I did use safety eyes. You don't, oh, I can't tell you, because it's a paid for pattern. So yeah, you need a very, very small amount of each of the yarn, an extremely small amount of the white and the skin tone, whatever you choose to use. And yeah, that's it. Again, his hat comes off and he's as bald as anything. There was, for his nose, I used a 5 double crochet bobble stitch, but his hat doesn't need sewing on. It just stays on quite nicely, nice and tall. And there you go. That's another finished item. I've done terrible today. I'm really sorry. Right, I will try and do this next little item properly. Right. So last time you stopped by to visit me, I was doing a test crochet for lovely Helen from Crazy Crochet Helen, I think her YouTube and Instagram is. Anyway, I was making a little tiny daisy doll for her. And I think last time I showed you, I'd made just the body and the head. Anyway, I've managed to finish it for Helen. And this pattern is now for sale, so I will leave the link down below if you'd like to make it. And it is Little Daisy Doll. Isn't she adorable? I love her. She's an absolute perfect size. Are you ready for this? Perfect size to fit in my caravan. So Daisy is going to live in my caravan. I used a 1.5mm crochet hook and Sheepy's, I think it's called Sweet Treat. Let me just grab a ball for you because I have got some over here. Yeah, it is. Sheepy's Maxi Sweet Treat was what I used to make her. Obviously not this colour. And like I say, I used a 1.5mm hook. I think on the pattern, Helen uses a 1mm hook, but I didn't have one that small, so I just went with what I'd got, and I have to say I was quite happy with it. And I am going to make more. I'd quite like I said last time, to make the next size up and then maybe the next size up, but for now, yeah, I've just got this one, and I think she's going to live alongside my Caravan because the scale of it is really, really good. Let me just show you. You can see if you put the Caravan there and you put Daisy next to it, you can sort of see that it's a good scale, isn't it? That she could quite happily live in this little Caravan. I'd love to live in this Caravan. I'd have to have a bit of more room for my crafting, but I would love to live there. Anyway, a nice, really nice make, very quick, a little bit fiddly in times, but not difficult just because it's on a small hook, which I am getting used to making on smaller hooks. I've done a couple of things now on really tiny hooks, and I've learned that the trick to it is to try and not do it too tight. I think that is the problem with me. When I use a smaller hook, I think I have to go really, really tight. So my crocheting, it's just, you can't get your crochet hook into it. But yeah, as I got further on in the doll, I tried to relax a little bit with my tension, and it did work. So that is Daisy. I can't remember what she's called. That's terrible, isn't it? I'll put it on the screen here for you. And again, I haven't got my pattern here. All my patterns are on my iPad, so I'm really sorry about that. But that's little Miss Daisy. Beautiful, isn't she? Oh, I adore her. Look at her little face. Don't know if it's focusing. Anyway, I'm going to put that there. I do think I'm going to have to invest in a podcasting camera, I think. I think I have to speak nicely to my husband. Right, what next? So that's all my finished objects. I've got a couple of working objects and something I need to show you, and then a little bit of a shop update, and that's it really. So we'll carry on. You all know I am doing the Sirdar coronation keepsake blanket. I am really behind, but I don't care because I'm having fun with a lot of other things, and as long as it gets done this year, I'm quite happy. I think it will be. If I was going to Katie's in the car, I would take this with me and work on it while I was house sitting or dog sitting, but because I'm not having the car, I'm travelling by public transport because we've only got one car now that Tim's retired, and I can't expect Tim to be without a car for 10 days. And this car's down there that I can use when I get there. So, but if I was going in my own car, I'd probably take this, but because I'm not bothering. So I am finished on week 4 and now started week 5. So week 4 was, I think I showed you up to here, the bobbles. And then the rest of it was joining all the jewels, which I've done that all the way around. All the jewels have been joined all the way around. Really nice make. I really didn't think I'd be able to do these, and I don't know why. I don't know, didn't think I'd be able to do these very well, but I've done them, and there was easier than I thought once I'd got going with them. So that's all the way around. So that's the end of week 4. And then the other night, I think it was about 3 or 4 nights ago, it's starting to get very heavy now. I started week 5, and this is the wave stitch and the purple. Doesn't that look really, really royal and regal? I love it. I'm really, really pleased I decided to do it. Like I say, I know I'm behind, and I know it's taking me longer than anybody else, but I don't mind. So I've done a full side of that. So once I've got this purple and gold all round the other 3 corners, I can then put the squares in. Let me move all my bits. I can then insert the squares, because this granny square's to be inserted here, and then you carry on working round. What I would really ideally like to do is try and get these 3 sides done before I go to Katie's next Friday. Is it Friday? Yeah, so a week tomorrow. So I've got amongst other things, a week to get these 3 done and then my 4 squares in, which I'd really, really like to be able to do that. I'm sure I will be able to, if I put my mind to it. And Tim does keep giving me a gentle shove because he really wants this finished. He loves it, Tim. Quite surprised how much he's been into it, and he's saying, oh, you've done such a good job, it's lovely, I love the colours. So yeah, he's loving it. What else can I say about it? It's done on, it's a free pattern on Serdar's website. It's done on a 3.5 and a 4mm needle, but I think you can change your needles, your crochet hook size up and down if, you know, to get the right tension. It's using Serdar Bonus DK. I don't know if they've got any colour packs left because they completely sold out. I don't think that Serdar realised just how popular this would be. I don't think they even realised. They had to postpone the launch of it because they couldn't get enough yarn. So yeah, whether that you can still get these kits or not, I don't know. But if you fancy having a go, there is a little bit of trickiness every now and then if you're not 100% sure about what you're doing. But the videos that Anita does, it's a lady called Made by Anita who's designed this, has done videos that sort of helps you step by step. So yeah, I would highly recommend anybody to have a go at this. It is a bit tricky for a beginner, I'm not going to say it isn't, but if you're a patient person, then I can't see you having any problem with it. So that's my first works in progress. My second one is my stool. This is going to be difficult to show you. So this is the stool that I was making, the Sophie's Universal stool, but I've got a bit of a problem with it. This was a kit that I got from Sheepies. The stool came with it and you got all the yarn that you needed. You do a topper for the stool, which comes all the way down here. Then you've got 4 feet that go on. And it's done in Sheepies Katona on, I think it's a 3mm hook. Not really sure, I haven't got my pattern up here. It's on my iPad. Anyway, my problem now is it fits the top of the stool, as you can see. Isn't it beautiful? But I still have 3 rounds to go that's supposed to fit on the top of the stool before you start doing down the side. It does suggest in the pattern that if that's the case, to go down a hook size. I honestly don't know what to do because I've never come across anything like this before. So I think what I might do is follow what the pattern says, and I think it said go down half a hook size. You see, the thing is, I could just finish there and then start doing the sides, but you can see where this here, that's a front post treble crochet, or might not be all trebles, but it's making this pattern. Well, it finishes off. It's not finished off the pattern, if you understand what I mean. Let me put the stool down and just hold it up for you. So yeah, it is not finished off the pattern. I think it goes up into a V like this. So I really want to do it. And I have thought about undoing it and starting it again. And I thought, well, if I do that, I am never, ever going to do that again. Because I'm a bit funny about old yarn. And it's not old yarn, I know, but I'm not happy about using yarn that's been used before. I know, I can hear you saying, Jeanette, for goodness sake, what does it matter? But it goes all wrinkly and funny and it never sits the same again, especially cotton. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to go down a hook size, carry on doing the top, and if it falls over the sides, it falls over the sides. It's a stool, it's a cover, it's beautiful, so people won't probably, because it's so pretty, will detract from the fact that it's a bit longer than it should be. And Tim quite rightly pointed out the other day, I thought 23 was stress-free, so what, your cover's a bit long, does it matter? And I thought, yeah, he's right, isn't he? So that's how far I've got on it. I've got another 3 rounds to go before I'm starting on the sides. which I'm really pleased with. I mean, like, it's a really, really old project, this. I've had so many things, I've got so many things hanging around that I just really would like to try and get some done. And this is why I've decided to pick this up. I've got a blanket down here that I have been making for Christmas for 3 years now. This will be the 3rd year. And you know, when you think it just needs to be finished, just blooming do the blanket, you know. I am halfway through another Christmas blanket. It's just, I can't help myself when I see something new. I think, oh, I will finish that. I will. I definitely will. But next week. I'll leave it till next week. And it's getting ridiculous. There's just that much stuff in this room. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm off on a tangent. So, yeah, that is my Sophie stool cover and how far I've got. So watch this space. We'll see if it's finished for next time. Hopefully it will be. That would be, if I could take that to Katie's, that would be nice crocheting for the journey, because I'm not driving. I'm going by coach. And it's about 6 hour, sometimes 7 hour journey, which I really don't mind. I really, really don't mind. It's a nice drive. I like it because I don't have to drive. And I can take my crocheting, and you stop a couple of times so you have lunch. I just love it. But that'd be nice. Coach crocheting, because you just do, I think it's just, what's it called, linen stitch all the way round for the cover to go over the top. It's a linen stitch. So that might be finished. I might actually get that finished for next time. Watch this space. Right, now, the next thing I want to tell you about is very exciting. I'm sure that those of you who've watched the video before this now know about Karen, Alex and I trying to raise a little bit of money and awareness and just a bit of fun in the community with the Eurovision Song Contest. So what Karen come up with this idea, what if we all made socks in the Eurovision colours? So then she got in touch with that, or she was talking to Alex. She'd seen Alex dyeing some yarn, and then it just started snowballing. So Karen spoke to Alex, and then they got in touch with me. And basically, to cut a very long story short, we have put together a kit, and we have funded it all ourselves. Karen donated, Alex has donated, I've donated and made the bags, packed them up and sent them out, and they've started to arrive now, which I'm really pleased about. And we're all going to do a sock along. So it is a UK and Ukraine sock along, and it was basically just to raise a little bit of money through selling kits and being able to, what's the word I'm looking for? Unite with Ukraine, walk together with them, just to show them support. I mean, the amount of money that we've raised is phenomenal, and especially when things are so difficult for everybody else. We are so aware of that and really, really appreciative of everybody who has supported us. So yeah, you could either buy a kit, and there was 12 of them, and they sold out really, really quickly. If you could... Sorry, my chair's just gone down. If you managed to not get if you couldn't get your hands on one, I am so, so sorry. And there were so many people that wanted them. But it was so hectic on the night, and I was trying to do it as fairly as I could. Sort of, it was just hectic, and I'm really sorry if you didn't get one. My full apologies, but I did do my best. I was really stressed on the night when I was trying to organise it, and I was getting all these emails. In fact, when the kits went on sale on Friday night, my email, well, it didn't crash, but people couldn't get through. It's bouncing back. They were saying, I've sent Jeanette an email and it's bouncing back. Oh, it was just crazy for about 2 hours. But everybody's started to get the parcels now. It's all good. And we've raised a brilliant amount. And I don't really want to tell you how much we've raised yet, because you never know. It's not the end of the month and we might be adding to it. We have had people who have not been able to afford to buy the kits, so they've said they will take part but by a Ukraine pattern. We've also had people that have missed out on the kits, so said that they will donate, which they've made a small donation. We've got people that are more than happy to donate for prizes. So Dawn from Dawn's Days is donating some prizes, some patterns, as is Karen. Alex is donating yarn. I'm going to make a bag. Oh, there's just all sorts going on. So I wanted to explain to you about that. So I will leave all the relevant information below. What you have to do, now you're probably better off going over to Alex's Instagram account, which I will try and link below. I'm not sure how to do that, but I will try and link it because she explains a lot better than I did. What we want you to do, we want you to take part and make a pair of socks. They don't have to be finished. You just have to be able to put them on your foot and take a photograph. In the Ukraine colours, yellow and blue. If you haven't got yellow and blue and you'd still like to support us, then maybe you could buy a new sock pattern from a Ukraine designer. And it's all about just having some fun. There is an hashtag that I will leave down below for you. And that's it really. I wanted to just explain that to you, but I also needed to let you in on my secret. Now, as many of you might know that's been around for some time, I'm not quick at making socks. Never have been. Been rubbish at finishing them off. Anyway, I went to Knit and Natter last week with Karen from Stitches and Jacks at Black Sheep. And I'd said to the girls, look, I'll have to start my socks. I cannot wait until the 9th when the Eurovision Song Contest is, because that's what you have to do. You have to cast on the 9th. Well, you don't have to, but that's when it runs from the 9th till the 31st of May. And I said to the girls, I said, I'm sorry, but if you want me to make a pair of socks, I will have to cast mine on. So they said, well, all right. I said, I won't tell anybody. And then I thought, that is so unfair. You know, everybody knows me, how useless I am with socks. They'll understand why I had to start 3 weeks before anybody else, because it takes me 6 months before anybody else to finish them. And because we are running this mal, it does seem appropriate that I get to finish a pair of socks. Anyway, I'm digressing. So my socks... This is so embarrassing. Well, it's not embarrassing, but my socks are in this bag. This is what my lovely friend Susan made me a couple of Christmases ago. And I've had to put them in this bag because I have been so busy sewing in my craft room that when it came to finishing my bag, it still needs doing. I haven't finished my bag yet. So this is my bag that I have made. Oh, these bags are beautiful. Look at the sunflowers. So this is what my socks will eventually go in. I am going to finish this off today, by the way. I've got the line in here. It's literally half an hour and it'll be done. But for the time being, they're in here. So these are my entry for the Ukraine sock along, for the Eurovision sock along. And I am thrilled because Karen, lovely Karen, has taught me how to do an afterthought heel. It's not done yet. So I have done my sock. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Alex has done such a fab job of this. Well, actually, I don't know if it was Danny that dyed it or Alex. So whoever, Danny or Alex, you did a fabulous job. So I'm going to do an afterthought heel, and this is what this is for. So Karen showed me how to do this when we was at Knit and Natter. I've done them on 9mm. No, are they 9? 9 inches. Oh, 6. I don't know how big the needles are. Bear with me. 20 centimetres, 2.5. 20 centimetres. So I am now ready to do my toe. So I have got one sock done. So by the 31st of this month, we might be in with a chance of Jeanette having a pair of socks. So much so, there's the yellow. Isn't that beautiful? Lovely and bright. And this is the blue that goes with it. This is what was in the kits. Isn't that lovely together? I really like that. So last night, no, not last night. I can't remember what night it was. The days sort of have gone into one just recently because Tim and I have actually been quite busy. I cast on and did my second cuff. Can you believe that? So I have got nearly one sock and a cuff done. I know it's cheating. I can hear you all now. But it's like I said to Alex and Karen, does it matter when I cast on really and do my socks, as long as I've got them finished for the 31st of May? Because I'm not entering into the prize. You know, I'm not winning a prize. So I'm just taking part. So I thought it doesn't really matter because I'm just taking part and supporting Ukraine and we're all having fun. So please don't judge me that I started soon because I honestly didn't think I'd get that far ahead. So yeah, that's that. Sorry, that was a big waffle, wasn't it? And I promise you, my bag will be finished. And I'll have my socks to show you in my bag next time. Promise. Right, and last but not least, let me show you a couple more things. So, last time I was here, I showed you the book that I purchased. Well, after I'd showed you my, I was on podcast last time, one of my lovely Instagram friends sent me a message and said, oh, I've got that book. She said, and you've really, really encouraged me. She's lost a little bit of a sojo, I think. And she said, I got a bit excited when she saw it. So she said, how do you fancy making it together? And I said, what a good idea. We can encourage each other, hints and tips and things like that, because I've never made anything out of this book before, and it's The Hedgerow and it's by Simone Gooding, and I am making, let me show you, well I think I showed you last time what I'm making, but I've got some supplies. Oh, not Laurel, what's she called? Oh, well, I don't know what she's called, but I found a pattern, the picture. I want to make her. I have tried to order the yarn from Spindrift, but it's a Jameson's yarn, but this here, what a sweater's done in, is out of stock, and I have to have the right one. So, I'm going to wait. But I'm going to make all the clothes, and if I can't get it, by the time I go to Katie's next week, then I'll just order what's the nearest and get it that way. So that is what I'm making. So I went and got from Cool Crafting my felt. So this is my felt already. And then I bought this beautiful piece of Liberty. This is Liberty Tornalone. For a dress, but I don't think I'm going to use it. I actually quite like the yellow that it's done in, so I think I'm going to have to rethink that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the doll first, and then I'm going to do a little bit of not research, but a little bit of searching online to see if I can get, because to me it looks like it might be a Liberty. I'm not 100% sure. It might not be, but it definitely looks like it might be a Liberty fabric. Let me just show you a picture of a dress. This definitely looks Liberty to me. Can you see? Don't know if you can see that. It's a bit dark in here, isn't it? Anyway, so me and my Instagram friend, Sue. Hiya, Sue, if you're watching. Are you excited? As soon as I finish podcasting, Sue, I'm going to cut out all my bits for my doll. I'm going to make my doll before I go to Katie's, take it with me, and then I'm going to make the dress, because I'm taking my sewing machine with me to Katie's. I've very kindly borrowed a special bag from a friend that I can transport my machine with. So I'm going to take it all to Katie's, and I'm going to make the clothes at Katie's and start making the dress. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm very pleased about that. So that is all I've got to show you, I think. Oh no, one more thing before you go. I've had income in this month. Is it this one? Let me show you. And it's my Pastel and Pops from Woolly Goodness. I have these every year. This is April's. Every month rather, not year. April's Pastel and Pop. And this month is blue. It's a set of 3 10-gram minis, hand wash and blah, blah, blah. You don't need to know that, do you? And let me show you. Let me see if I can get them out. Comes in beautiful tissue. Oh, excuse me. And this is this month's Pop and Pastels. Pastel and Pops. Aren't they lovely? I don't know if it's me, but it seems very dark, this picture. I don't know if it is. Anyway. So, yeah, that's this month's, the blue. I didn't think there was very much difference in them, but there is. One of them's got speckles in them. One of them is a lot lighter. And then the other one is just a solid. So yeah, that's April's, and I think May's is ready to order. I think we can order it on the 6th or 7th of May, something like that. And I've got it in my Christmas bag here from lovely Emma from, can't remember what she's, Moon and something. I'll put it on the screen. And I've got them all in there. Still haven't decided what I'm going to do with them. I'm just going to collect them. Thought that might be nice for, oh, I don't know what it's for. I think I just like buying things and collecting them. It is a different hobby, isn't it? Tim always said that. He said, you've got two hobbies. He said, one's crafting and one's buying stuff to craft. And he's probably not wrong. Anyway, quickly before I go, I'm going to show you what I've got, what I'm going to put in my shop. I don't know, they'll probably be in the shop by the time this goes up. It's Thursday today, so I'm going to try and get it up for Friday evening. I've got a little bit of a shop update. There's not a lot of things there, but I will show you what we've got. I've got a couple of new stitch markers going in. I haven't got them here. A really nice mushroom and a lovely little top. I think it's a tortoise or a turtle, I'm not sure. And then I've got some summer springy ones. I love these. I went all Caravan themed and got carried away because I finished my Caravan. So we've got this little one. Oh, I love it. Look at that. So we've got, it's a drawstring, and on the back we've got the lovely coordinating polka dots. We've got tulip cord ties, and then it's just got a nice crisp white lining, and I have done you a little lavender pouch in that one. And this is, they're all the same, they're all types of camper vans. This is another one, the little Caravan with bunting on, and it's all the same on the back. It's the polka dot white lining with your little lavender pouch down there and your tulip drawstring pulls. And then I've just done 2 zipper pouches. Again, with a Caravan. These are a brilliant size for amigurumi. If you've got anything amigurumi that you love to make, those are brilliant for socks. They're all the same size. It's just that one's got a drawstring and one's got a zipper. So yeah, we've got that one there. And again, with the polka dot on the back. And this one has got your white lining. And a little lavender pouch to go in there. And this one is the same as well. Hold on a sec. Get that fluff off for you. Don't want to be seeing fluff on your bag. Another one. Same on the back. I would imagine, yeah, white lining with a little lavender pouch. And I haven't got these made yet. They're cut out and they're halfway done. But I'm also got a few of these little sheep bags that are going in the shop. This one is mine that I made last year. But because they're not ready, I just thought I'd get mine out and show you. I've got quite, well, when I say quite a few, I think I've got 3 or 4 of these different types of going in the shop. And hopefully they'll be in again tomorrow. And I've also got some sheep like this, stitch markers. Oh, I love them. Well, they're actually either zipper pulls or progress keepers, not stitch markers. And they're going in the shop as well. So yeah, that's it. Now, all I can say is I'm sorry for it being a real iggledy-piggledy kind of podcast. And I didn't think it'd be like that. I got up this morning and I felt quite confident and calm, and I thought we'll have a nice podcast. Goodness knows what you're going to get when I try and, if I can possibly edit this. Anyway, so thank you very much for watching me. I hope you all have a lovely weekend, and if you want to celebrate the Queen's coronation, you have a lovely weekend and celebrate and have lots of fun. And yeah, the next time I see you, we'll be in Frome. So take care and stay safe, happy crafting, and I'll see you next in Frome. Bye. Bye-bye.